first trailer for the Fallout TV show is finally here. It was released last night and I'm so excited to talk about it. You all know that I've been just singing the praises of this series for a really long time now. When it was first announced, I immediately saw all the green flags and had a lot of hopes because it was being made by Amazon, who also make The Boys, a show that I think is easily the best series on television point blank right now. And then we got even more good news, such as Walton Goggins, a fantastic actor, joining the cast alongside Ella Purnell, another extremely talented actress. And then just to give you even more hype for this series, we learned that Jonathan Nolan was showrunning, writing and directing the series. Not only a massive Fallout fanboy himself who understands the lore and, let's just say, the correct tone for the Fallout franchise, but also somebody who wrote one of the best movies ever made with Interstellar. Literally everything about this show looks and sounds fantastic. There hasn't been a single bad thing I've seen or heard, which is really rare. Even for other films and shows or any amount of media that I get excited for, there's always at least one or two red flags or something that I just hear and think, yeah, that kinda sucks, but whatever. But with this Fallout series, literally everything sounds good. But there are some, for lack of a better word, morons out there trying to claim that the show is already breaking lore, but take it from me, one of the biggest Fallout lore fanatics in the world, there is absolutely nothing that breaks lore here. These negative YouTubers are simply being negative because negative videos get more views than positive videos. Now, obviously, at the time of recording, I don't know how well this video will do, but I would bet any amount of money right now that it will do better if I had titled it "The Fallout series looks awful" or something stupid like that, so just ignore these people. Now, there are definitely some very weird things in this trailer though, like I'm seeing a lot of people complain or sort of question about this Cyclops Overseer, and while I agree it is weird, it is still in tone with the Fallout universe. I mean, obviously the games have mutations and this dude just has a mutation. Now, if you were to ask me, I'd say maybe this is a Vault-Tec experiment, like testing radiation exposure on the Vault residents of this particular Vault, since we know that this isn't Lucy's Vault, aka Vault 33, so this is likely Vault 32, which we have seen leaks of. This Cyclops dude is likely just evidence of a very long radiation-infected genetic tree, if that makes sense. This is definitely something Vault-Tec would do. I mean, Vault 12 in Fallout lore literally does this as well. And one of my favourite parts of the trailer is simply this scene here, where Lucy, one of the main characters again played by Ella Purnell, gets scared or at least startled by this tumbleweed. It's such a simple scene, but it really shows just how sheltered she was from the life above ground. One of my favourite things about playing Fallout 3 for the first time, the first Fallout game I ever played, was stepping out of the vault for the first time, and just being really paranoid about everything. All those years ago, I didn't know anything about Fallout, I was only a kid, so playing this heavily immersive game and stepping out into a post-apocalyptic world was low-key terrifying, but also exciting. And I'm really happy that they've managed to sort of visionize that here. I also really love this shot of this skeleton. It really reminds me of Fallout 1, my favourite Fallout game. Actually, Tunnel Snakes 4 made a comparison of this shot to Fallout 2, and I just absolutely love that this is a classic Vault Dweller leaving the Vault and discovering the world for the first time story. A lot of this trailer also has that darker, more bleak tone from Fallouts 1 and 3, but there's also scenes that give off a more dark, humorous and lighter tone, like that of New Vegas or 4 or even Fallout 76, and I honestly think that they've done a good job of managing the two different tones that come with the entire Fallout franchise. I also just love this scene of Dogmeat just tearing into this rad roach and Ella Purnell's reaction to it, which unfortunately I can't play due to copyright reasons. She's probably never seen a dog before, so I imagine she'll start off kind of weary and maybe even scared of Dogmeat, even though he'll likely be friendly towards her. Honestly, I'd love a scene of Lucy finding Dogmeat at a red rocket, being the first living creature that she sees even. But honestly, just everything about this trailer looks so fantastic. They have absolutely nailed it all in my opinion. Everything from the mutt fruit here to this neon sign that just straight up says drugs. It's all just so perfect. Honestly, April 12th cannot get here fast enough. I've said this before on Twitter and on our Discord, but let me say it again. My two favourite TV shows of all time are The Boys and The Walking Dead. And Fallout is basically a cross between these two. And I'm a huge Fallout fanboy on top of that, obviously, so you can only imagine my pure excitement when watching this trailer for the first time. Christmas has truly come early. Also, one small thing that I love here, pointed out again by the wonderful Tunnel Snakes Fall, is that this series has actually used fan-made props. This mug that the Overseer Cyclops drinks is actually made by a Fallout fan on Etsy. I'm not sure if this is the only fan-made prop that they've used, but I love that they're supporting Fallout fans' work like this for the series. One thing I am very, very excited for is the Ghoul, Walton Goggins' character. Yes, he is literally just called the Ghoul. We know that we'll be seeing flashbacks of his character before he turned into a Ghoul, and you can see him with who I'm assuming is his daughter in this shot here before the bombs fall. And another scene of them riding their horse here as all of these bombs are dropping around them. I'm really hoping that we get a lot of insight into him slowly transformating into a ghoul and trying to live with that. It could make for some fantastically sad storytelling. And we can even see down here a poster for a vault. In the games, these posters are always near vault entrances. So there's a good chance that Walton Goggins is trying to get himself and his daughter to said vault. Maybe only to be a few seconds too late. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they weren't registered for the vault, and Walton Goggins' character manages to convince them to just take his daughter, but he has to stay outside and be stuck outside and turn into a ghoul. It would be kind of cool to see them reunite after like 200 years, but then again, his daughter would have to be over 200 years old, so unless she's a ghoul herself, this really wouldn't work. But going all the way back to the start of the trailer, you can see Lucy's lip bleeding here, along with a dead body on the floor. So it looks like somebody has either caused a fight or escaped the vault themselves, or maybe this has just happened as soon as they opened the doors. Or maybe Lucy's father, very reminiscent of Fallout 3, has left the vault, and now Lucy is going to look for him. It would make sense for this series to be heavily inspired by Fallout 3 the most, since Jonathan Nolan, again the showrunner of this show, has said that it was his favourite of the Fallout games. But anyway, that is all pretty much my thoughts. I'm really looking forward to this show, and obviously I just wanted to share all of my thoughts with you and my excitement. I do plan to fully cover this show, so if you want to stay up to date on everything Fallout, of course the games included, please do consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. Lastly, as per usual, a huge, massive thank you and shout out to the channel members. Your generosity means the world, guys, so thank you so much for being here month after month. But with all of that said and done, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you next time. Peace.